Hey y'all, I'm Adriana. Thanks for checking out my channel. So I'm going to be talking about this palette here. I'm going to be reviewing it, comparing it, and swatching it. So this is the new palette from Bad Habit. This is Aura, and it is an ABH Prism dupe, which I also have here. So yeah, I wanted to compare them and everything. The only problem... So I got this palette today. I had been waiting for it for a little bit longer than I usually do. Usually the stuff that I order from Shop Hush gets to me really quickly. They're like some of the fastest shipping I've ever experienced. But because of Black Friday and Cyber Monday and all the new launches that they were doing, they got kind of backed up. So I was like waiting and waiting for this so I could film this video, and I was not happy when I opened my package. So as soon as I opened my package, two of the shades were broken, and I already repressed them, so I can smell the alcohol when I open the palette. But so they were broken pretty badly. I'll insert a picture here so you can see. How sad, and you can hold a moment of silence for me. So it was these two shades right here, this white one and then this purple one. So it was Phenomenon and Ethereal. Is that how you say that? I'm not sure. So yeah, those two broke. And then I had gotten the Athena palette last week, and that palette came to me fine, but I did drop it, I think the same day I got it. And I dropped it from maybe like 2 feet off the ground, and two of the shadows shattered, and I was just like, oh my gosh. So I had to fix that one as well. If anything, be very careful with these palettes, because apparently they are breaking easily. I don't know if anyone else has had that experience. I don't know, maybe it's just me. I'm kind of clumsy, but for it to happen in like almost the time span of a week, and it's the same brand back to back, I was just like, oh my gosh. And then I pre-filmed the swatches for this. So when I was filming this, I was preparing my camera and everything, and I moved something, and when I moved it, it tipped my camera, and it hit the eyeshadow palette, and it like made this shade here, Destiny, pop out of the palette. Like the whole shade popped out, and it broke as well. So if you can see that, definitely recommend being extremely careful with this. So I did email them as soon as I got it. I took pictures and sent it into them so they could help me out. I've never had this happen with Bad Habit where I got the items broken. So I don't really know what's gonna happen or what they do for those kinds of problems. Obviously I wouldn't send back like Athena or anything because I broke that myself. It didn't come to me damaged. But I would just recommend being careful with the palettes because, I don't know, they're breaking kind of easily, so be careful. So here is Prism over here, and then this is Aura. So this is what it is a dupe for, in case you were unaware. So Anastasia Beverly Hills' Prism palette retails for $42, and Aura retails for $12, I believe. So they have gone up on the price, which I expressed my disagreement with the company on that decision. And it's not that, you know, a lot of people were like, oh, you guys need to stop complaining about the prices and stuff. And it's like, you know what, I'm not complaining over $2. $2 is $2. It's not like I'm gonna break my bank over $2. It's not the price, it's the fact that they're doing it. And my thing is, I don't want it to keep going up. You know, I don't want to see another price hike for a very long time. Like I said, that is one of Shop Hush's and Bad Habit's appeals, is that they are very low priced dupes. So I would be really sad if they started raising the prices to $20, $25, something like that, because you know what, I may as well just buy the real one. It's most likely going to be better quality for the real one. So yeah, I understand you know, when you're getting bigger, you gotta hire more employees, you gotta hire this, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. But I'm not seeing that back. Customer service is taking really long. I accidentally ordered 2 of these and I only meant to order 1. So I emailed them as soon as it happened and I didn't hear from them for several days. And then the fact that shipping is taking much longer than it normally would. I'm not seeing where this extra $2 for each palette is going towards, but I guess we will see, because when you're adding $2 on every single person that's buying, I mean, that's going to equal a lot. So I just hope that they just keep it there for a really long time or don't raise it at all, because that is the appeal of this brand. That's the appeal of these dupes. I don't want to pay, you know, full price for a dupe. So that was my concern and my comment back on all the people that are commenting, telling people to shut up about the price raise and to relax, and it's just $2. And I understand it's $2, but I just don't want it to $2 to become $5, $5 to become $10, $10 to become $15, $15, $20, you know what I mean? So unless they're like coming out with really amazing palettes that are like so pigmented and so amazing, then I will pay regular price. But usually the palettes from this company are not as good as the original, but this might be an exception. So I'm going to go ahead and insert swatches so you guys can kind of check it out when I was swatching Aura. Next to Prism, I was definitely a little bit blown away because some of the Aura shades were more pigmented or just as pigmented as Prism, and I was just like a little bit shook. So here are those swatches. So I did use this palette for my eye makeup today. I kind of did a halo eye. You can't really tell unless you're like straight up in my face. I started off with Dreamstate and I just put that all over my lid, all in my crease, all over the eye pretty much. And then I went ahead and grabbed Mystique. Mystique and put that in my crease and kind of raised it high in my crease. So I like took it higher up than my crease. So then next I picked up Immortal, which is a very pigmented black shade for this brand. I was really impressed because it was very, very pigmented. Like usually black shades that are on the cheaper side are definitely cheaper. They are not as pigmented. They're kind of dry and chalky. So I was really impressed with this shade. So I put this all in my crease, mostly on my lid, except for that little middle empty space, but I put it pretty much everywhere, all in my crease. And then for those middle shades, I used Destiny, and I also used Ecstasy because I wanted kind of like a blue kind of shade, and there wasn't really a blue one in here. Ecstasy kind of looks blue, so does Destiny, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna mix them together. They do have like they do have kind of like blue tints to them, so I was like, maybe if I mix them it'll be a little bit more blue. So I do like how it came out. I do think it looks pretty blue, gonna be real. And then I just used Mystique and Immortal on my bottom lash line. And then for the inner corner, I used Fenty Beauty's Trophy Wife, as well as right under my brow bone, because this has like gold accents. So I was like, I really wanted a in-your-face gold. And I just got Trophy Wife also, so I really wanted to play with it. Even though these golds in here are also really pretty. You have like this one, and then you have this one here, and this one here. They're all kind of like shades of gold, but I really wanted to use Trophy Wife, so I really, really like Prism. I think it's a gorgeous palette. I love the color layout and everything, but there were a few shades in Aura that I liked more than ABH. So the only thing about the metallics in this one is that they're a little bit crumbly. You have to make sure that you are pressing them onto the area of the eye that you are trying to get that pigment on, because if you leave it kind of crumbly, it's just going to fall apart. So definitely be careful with that. So make sure that you are pressing that shadow in so you get the full pigment and it doesn't crumble. The mattes are really, really pretty. There is some fallout as well, so when you're using it, when you tap your brush into it, also tap to get the excess off. That way you're not making a huge mess on your eye. And that way you get rid of some of that crumbliness that's going to be left behind. But overall, I think this is a really gorgeous palette. If you were debating on which one you think is worth it, I would actually go with Aura this time around, the Bad Habit Aura, because it's just as pigmented. Some of the shades are even more pigmented than ABH. So yeah, I really, really like this palette. I think it's super gorgeous, and I definitely recommend it. So you can get this on the app, I believe. I don't think they have it on the website. Lately, Shop Hush has been releasing their new release products on their app. So you can get that on your phones, so you can check that out, because that has recently been where they've been launching everything. They really haven't been launching on the website as much lately. So definitely would recommend that. And I would also recommend you guys follow Shop Hush's Instagram, because that is where they let you know restocks, new releases, all of that stuff. So I would definitely suggest following them on Instagram to stay in the know. So that is it. Also, I am holding a giveaway right now. It is still currently open as I post this, and you can go get in on that. The video is just called My First Giveaway. I will leave it at the end of the video just in case, and I will leave it in the description as well, so you can go check that out. Thank you guys for watching. I really, really appreciate it. If you liked this video, please remember to give me a thumbs up, and also remember to subscribe to my channel. That would really mean a lot to me, and it really helps me out. And if you have any questions, comments, or anything like that, you can always reach me down below in the comments, or hit me up on social media, which I will also leave at the end of the video. And I hope I see you next time. Bye!